Hello, my name is Ruth Ratzenbarson. I'm Pavilion Director for Madagascar at Expo 2020. Welcome. So Madagascar is this island here. It's southern coast of Africa. And in this pavilion, we try to showcase Madagascar's unique biodiversity. So in terms of flora, so wood, of course, and also fauna. At the entrance, we put baobab trees. Out of the 8 species of baobab trees around the world, 6 are endemic to Madagascar. So we try to brag a little bit about that. 6 out of 8 we have, and we have that here. We try to put that for people to see. Why it is relevant to put baobab trees up front in this pavilion is because I believe baobab trees and how Malagasy people use it is a very good example of how we can live with nature without destroying it. In Madagascar, our people use it to store water inside the tree. Dig a hole inside the trunk. In the trunk of the tree, people would gather water during the rainy season and put it inside the tree for later use. So when the dry season comes, people would use the water inside those trunks and use it for everyday life. I believe this is a very good example of how we can live in harmony with nature without destroying it. Another thing that we use the baobab tree for is for its fruit. We consume it as a fruit. We make juices, jams. Now it's become a superfood. People say it's a superfood, but I guess people didn't know that. We just used it, we just eat it as a fruit. And hopefully in the future we will be able to use the baobab fruit to generate income for people. I really hope the Malagasy people will jump in on the trend and use the baobab tree to create, income for remote families. Those are traditional instruments that we use in Madagascar. So the music you would hear in the pavilion in the background mostly has 1 or 2 or all of them. They are usually made of wood or bamboo. It just shows how we can create beauty with nature. Music's beauty. Music is relaxing. Music, calms the minds. And you can use that out of nature. Vanilla is something that we are quite famous for, and that's because 80% of the world's production of vanilla actually comes from Madagascar. Now when you think of vanilla ice cream, vanilla in your perfumes and all of that, if it is natural, most likely it will come from Madagascar. I believe vanilla is also one of the examples of why we need to be more sustainable in the way we consume, in the way we live in our everyday life. And that's because vanilla is very sensitive to climate change. So if we want to be able to use vanilla and enjoy the flavor and the taste of vanilla in the future, we have to be more sustainable, more responsible in the way we consume. This is green vanilla, and once it's processed, it becomes like that. So it took almost 1.5 years to process the whole thing. So from the flower to the vanilla bean. Here it is more about our uniqueness. So, as I said, baobab trees, lemurs, which is our most famous ambassador, I believe, is the lemur. We have beautiful spots for people who would love to come for tourism, enjoy the sunny weather on the beach. We are not as famous as, for example, the Maldives or Mauritius, but we also have our spots, and so if someone wants to come, everyone is welcome. Visa upon arrival for everyone. At the end of the pavilion, we have real products from Madagascar that are made of natural fibers, wood, bamboo. Everything we have for sale in this pavilion is either recycled, so recycled metal, natural fibers, natural oils, everything is just natural. Wood crafting, we have one particular tribe that is doing only that. Their houses is entirely wooden, everything inside is wooden. They are quite famous for it. They've been doing that for centuries and centuries. It's called the Zafmaniri people, and they are very, very skilled in terms of woodcraft and woodwork. We want to tell people how we live with nature to create things, to create value, to create income for our people, but we are still very much trying to live in harmony without destroying it. Now the government is trying to implement, a policy of reforestation. We have days during the year that have been declared National Day for Reforestation, so everyone has to plant trees. The pavilion is located in the Sustainability District. The theme message of the pavilion is how Madagascar is fighting for a sustainable future, how we can live with our uniqueness in biodiversity and push it forward for a sustainable future.